Hello, everyone. Good evening to all of you. How are you doing? I'm very thrilled to be joining you virtually all the way here from Davao City. And I guess this is the power of digitalization as I'm able to add value wherever you are located. Now, I'd like to welcome the 25 participants that we have tonight. I'd like to thank you for spending your Wednesday evening with us by attending this Fun Smart Learning Series webinar entitled Decode and Conquer Mastering Mutual Funds and Taking Action with Sun Life Asset Management. Now, before we dive in, let me introduce myself first. I am JP Billones, the Business Development and Market Education Section Head for the Mindanao Desk of First Metro Securities, the stock brokerage house of the Metro Bank Group. Now, we put your future first by empowering individuals and institutions to attain their financial goals. And we envision to be the largest and most trusted Philippine investment solutions partner. It's my pleasure and honor to serve you as host this evening. Now, over the years, I've had the privilege of working with First Metrosec, where our goal is not just about financial success, but also about empowering individuals like yourself, no, with the knowledge and tools needed to make informed investment decisions. And I'm very grateful that you attended this session because this tells us that you want to empower yourself with the right knowledge and tools so that you can make your own investment decisions. Now, most especially sa business development and market education team, we have opportunities to inspire people to upgrade their money management skills and create awareness of investment opportunities that are legitimate, affordable, and accessible. Now, our market education efforts such as this one is to aim to bridge the gap. No? So we understand that in terms of investing, it depends on your respective stage, no, wherever you are right now. So sometimes we need to bridge that gap between the complexity and understanding. So hopefully through these sessions, we can ensure that you not only grasp the fundamentals of investing, especially in mutual funds, but also feel confident in applying them to your own saving and investing strategies. Now, before we embark on this learning journey together tonight, I'd love to know a bit more about of our attendees this evening. So can you please chat, guys? Now, where are you joining us from today? Can you please type your city where you're in right now? All right. Now I see. Now I think we have here OFWs from Korea. We have here Marilu. We also have people here from Batangas, Quezon City. Yan. And yan. I see some familiar names, no? From Manolo Fortich here in Bukidnon. Yeah. May hehe sa ano niya, sa message niya. So he knows he's a frequent attendee as well. More people from QC, another person from Iloilo, no? So we have Ilonggo people in attendance tonight. So yeah, welcome everyone. Yeah, and another person from Bukidnon, no, sa Don Carlos. Yeah. So thank you so much everybody, no. And I really like seeing a diverse audience, no, coming together to explore the world of mutual funds. Now, we acknowledge that this is the demographics of stock market investors in the Philippines as of 2022. We all know that we have over 100 million in population, pero there's only 1.71 million stock market accounts. That's less than 2%. Now, as you can see, around 75% are locally employed, but there has been gaining interest from OFWs and even students. So we see that as well sa first interaction, no, that we have here, OFWs. If you are students, no, can you please chat the college or university that you're attending so we know that we have a student attendee. Now, majority are still from Metro Manila at 81.5%, but the rest of the country has yet to catch up. Even where I am based here in Mindanao, we only represent 2.5%. So that's 2.5% of the 2% who invest in the stock market. So very, very small pa lang talaga. Now, how about you guys, no, to the now 31 participants in attendance tonight. Kayo po ba, meron na ba kayong existing na trading account or any form of investment account? Baka meron na kayong existing investments with Sun Life Asset Management. Can you please type yes or no? Yan. Just for us to get a feel, no, of your level of understanding, no. Yeah, we have people here saying yes, no. So we have here people na meron ng existing investment accounts, no. Hindi lang na set specify kung stock trading or mutual fund investment. Some people here are saying no, no. And here's another one saying, no, direct lang yung message sa akin, planning to, no. So she is currently considering pa if she will delve into investments. And you're making the right move po, no? That you really attend learning sessions like this, no? Yung general guidance from professionals is to never invest into things that you do not understand. And the best way for you to understand it is to educate yourself. Yan. Yan, more people saying yes, no? Yan, some people saying before but not now, no? Risk off siguro si sir. Some people clarified here, no? Direct message lang. I mean, none yet sa Sun Life, no? So, probably interested to invest sa mga funds ni Slamsy, no? But meron daw existing First Metrosec. Okay. So, thank you so much for sharing that, no? And don't worry, guys, no? Whether seasoned investor kayo or you're just starting out, you'll definitely learn a lot from our discussion tonight. Now, before we delve into the key aspects of mutual fund investing, I want to share with you some highlights from our experience. Now, we've had the privilege of conducting seminars like this for the general public via internal sessions and sometimes mga external invitations. And actually, some of them have been collaborations with Sun Life Asset Management as well. Noon, we used to do yung board game, no, yung praxis na game. Hopefully, if that's still something that we can still do in the future, sana you can experience that as well. Now, of course, we are also invited by schools and academic organizations. Now, we are very grateful that they tap us, no, to educated yung mga young generations how to manage their money effectively. Personally, no, parang if I were to turn back time, college days or high school days, those were the best times to tweak how to better manage our finances. Now, this is just towards the goal, no, of helping them become financially stable. And I think the really best part here is we are able to inspire them, no, to start building assets at a young age, which, as you might all know, is a multiplier, but I think I should say exponential, no? It can trigger exponential growth pag nakasimula ka at a much younger age. Now, here are some photos from our various engagements from colleges, universities, and academic organizations nationwide. Not only them, no, but also government agencies like Department of Trade and Industry, Bureau of Fire Protection, Department of Education, even Bureau of the Treasury and Embassy of the Philippines. Now, we all collaborate to promote financial literacy. Now, I think lalo na rin sa mga OFWs, no, this is something that we should also take advantage, no, na tipong you already leveled up your income level by being able to work outside with a higher income potential than here in the Philippines. But still, no, we can still do a lot with that. No, na tipong it's not just about how much you are earning, but what do you do with those earnings? How much are you saving? How much are you investing for the future? And of course, we are also regularly invited by private institutions like Greenwich, Jollibee, Inquirer. Again, these are usual na mga invitations from private institutions to also educate the employees, no, how to handle financial challenges, make informed decisions, lalo na sa mga bonuses, no? I'm not sure if nakatanggap kayo ng mga quarterly bonuses ninyo, but if ever, no, and this is a good opportunity for you to learn as well na saan ba siya pwedeng ilagay that can potentially grow in the future. And again, bottom line dito is hopefully through our sessions, we can help people achieve greater financial stability and security. Now, with that introduction, that brings us back to our webinar tonight. which is no, about Decode and Conquer, mastering mutual funds and taking action. Now, since this is a collaboration effort, we figure it would be best to tag a mutual fund expert along. And that's why we have here a guest speaker from our fund partner, Sun Life Asset Management, to share about their wide range of mutual funds available through FundSmart. Now, you're probably excited to learn already. So again, guys, if you have questions regarding the presentation, feel free to ask them in the Q&A of the Zoom panel. And we later will have time to answer your questions during the live Q&A portion after the presentation. Now, let's get to know our speaker for tonight. And we're very honored to have with us Miss Lurcy Cuenca. She has been with Sun Life Asset Management for 6 years already under the team of Banks and Alternative Distribution Channel. She is a business development officer handling the distribution of Sun Life Prosperity Funds through various broker partners, including First Metro Securities. Ms. Lurcy is also a certified investment solicitor with SEC. And without further ado, let's all welcome Ms. Lurcy Cuenca. Go ahead, Ms. Lurcy.
Hello, JP. Hello, everyone. So, JP, if excited sila, no? You said they're excited to learn more about mutual funds in this session. Kami in SLAMC, we are more excited to conduct webinars like this with our first MetroSec audience. Kasi first, yung audience natin, no, whenever we have webinars like this with First Metro, they are always the most active and most engaged. Yan. So, with that, no, let's see how engaged and bibo yung ating mga audience for tonight. Because before I start my discussion, I will have a short game. So can you see my screen, JP? Okay. So I have here a short game for everyone, no? With our webinar title, Decode and Conquer. I want you all to decode the jumbled words that I will be showing here in my screen. So these words will be some of the concepts that we will be discussing for tonight. So if you know the answer already, please type in the chat box. Tingnan nga natin gaano kabilis kayo mag-decode no, ng jumbled words. So for our first word, please type in as you know the answer. Oh wow, ang bibilis. That is correct. So we see the correct answers already. So for our first concept, we will be talking about fund structures, no? And how these different types of fund structures can complement and can be beneficial for your portfolio. So we'll be talking about feeder funds, fund of funds, multi-asset, index funds. So I hope that towards the end of my presentation, you'll be able to know more about fund structures and know which one can be the right for you. Now for our next word, what is this concept? Ayan, so we're seeing correct answers already. That's right. The correct concept is fund management. So I'm sure when you attend webinars, you hear passively managed, actively managed. So in this webinar, we'll also be talking about this fund management styles. And for my last word, my last concept, ayun, akala ko naman challenging na tong last word ko, but still, ang bibilis nyong nakuha yung right answer. That is asset allocation. So of course, as we gain the knowledge throughout this webinar, it's important that we know how we can take action, no? And that is by knowing the right asset allocation for our portfolio. Okay, so thank you everyone for participating. You just proved to me that still our first MetroSec audience is the most active and engaged audience. Kaya lagi naman kaming excited to spend time with all of you. So why is it important for us to decode these concepts when it comes to investing in mutual funds? So before investing, aside from knowing your profile and your goal, it's important also that you know what you are entering into, diba? And that is by investing also your time in order to gain knowledge. Sabi nga ni Benjamin Franklin, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. So when you have the knowledge, it can help you improve decision making. And when it comes to investing, we know that it requires a lot of decision making, diba? That is why your presence in this webinar is already one of your steps in polishing your investment knowledge. No? And now, that you're here, let's start decoding these concepts in mutual funds. So the first topic would be about fund structures. So you might have heard, no, in some of the webinars, or when you are reading fund fact sheets, or when you're scrolling in the FundSmart platform, you see words such as feeder fund, fund of funds, multi-asset fund. So in this portion of my presentation, we'll be discussing those terms. Now let's start with the most common. And I'm sure most of you are already familiar because when JP asked a while ago if you already have accounts, no, in First MetroSec, majority said yes. So probably you already came across some index funds in FundSmart. So basically, an index fund is a portfolio of stocks or bonds designed to mimic the composition and performance of a financial market index. So to be specific, in Sun Life, we have a Philippine Stock Index Fund, which is invested in the top 30 companies of the PSEI. So what are the benefits of this fund structure for the investor? First is lower capital requirement. So if you scroll through the FundSmart platform in your accounts, you will see that majority of the index funds available would have lower minimum initial investment. For as low as 1,000 pesos, you can already start investing in index funds. It is a benefit because if you will opt to create your own portfolio to mimic the PSEI and you prefer to trade all the 30 companies and mirror the weights in the PSEI, which is also okay, of course, but you will be needing huge capital in order to do that. So with index funds for 1,000 pesos, your money would be already diversified in the 30 companies of the PSEI. Now, it is also convenient because, for instance, for someone like me who is a full-time employee and wouldn't have the time to directly monitor my portfolio, the index fund is something that can provide that convenience because the fund will be the one in charge of buying and selling the stocks in order to mimic the performance of the index. And again, it is diversified, because with your minimum initial investment, that already is exposed to all the equities within that index. So you might have also heard of other funds which are also invested in the stocks of an index. However, the goal is not to mimic the performance, but to beat the performance of the index. So in those cases, those are not index funds, but they are equity funds. So equity funds, in contrast with index funds, are actively managed because in those types of funds, the fund manager has active calls into where to put more or less exposures, no? In the portfolio of the fund. So that's for our first fund structure, the index fund. Now for the next one, it's the feeder fund. So feeder fund is a fund structure wherein at least 90% of the assets of the mutual fund is invested in a single collective investment scheme, or what we call the target fund. So to put it simply, a feeder fund is invested in a single target fund. So feeder funds have been made available in the Philippines since 2013, but it was in 2017 when mutual fund companies like SLAMC were allowed to offer feeder funds. So that is why in 2020, we were able to launch the Sun Life World Equity Index feeder fund, our sample fund for this structure. So for this presentation, let's call this as WAVE, no? So this has been a favorite of our first Metrosec clients, no, since it was launched in 2020. So we said that in a feeder fund structure, it is invested in a target fund. And in this case, the target fund is the SPDR MSCI ACWI fund managed by SSGA. So WAVE is required to invest at least 90% of its assets in this target fund. And our first Metrosec clients enjoy the benefits of this fund because it allows them to diversify globally, because the index that it tracks is composed of stocks which are geographically diversified, no? From US, Japan, France, Canada. So since it tracks the MSCI ACWI, it is diversified into markets worldwide. So as you can see here, we have the logos of the Magnificent Seven, right? So that is because the target fund is invested in these stocks, and it is also accessing sectors such as IT and healthcare. So through WAVE, our clients are able to access IT world leaders such as Microsoft, Alphabet, Google, Amazon, and the others. The next benefit of a feeder fund structure is that it has also lower minimum entry requirement. So in the past, no, if clients would want to access global funds, they would need to have an offshore broker account or a dollar account, no, and of course a huge capital. So now with the availability of feeder funds in the Philippines that would give access to global funds, many of our clients now are able to access global investments using their Philippine pesos. So that is the gap that the feeder fund hopes to fill. No? And lastly, of course, again, it allows access using Philippine peso with just 10,000 pesos as minimum initial investment. Now we said that WAVE is a feeder fund, but we're seeing also that it tracks the performance of the MSCI All Country World Index, or the index that is designed to provide a broad measure of the performance of the global market. So my question is WAVE also an index fund? Sige nga, can I see your answers? Okay, so that is correct. So someone answered yes. Yes, Wave is also an index fund. So it is passively managed, and it's the portfolio of the target fund aims to track the performance of the MSCI All Country World Index. Okay, so for our next fund structure, it's the multi-asset fund. So I'm sure you might be hearing this, especially if you are attending webinars featuring multi-asset income paying funds. So a multi-asset fund is an investment that contains more than one asset class. So it can be invested across the investment landscape. It can have stocks, bonds, cash, and other types of assets. That is why it's called multi-asset fund. So a balanced fund is also a multi-asset fund because, as we know, it in its portfolio it has both fixed income and equities. And here in Sun Life, we have World Income Fund, which is actually a multi-asset income paying fund. So as you can see in this example, in the portfolio, it has fixed income, equity, and others. But World Income Fund, aside from being a multi-asset fund, is also a feeder fund. So at this point, you can see no, that na marami palang features, no, pwedeng yung iba't ibang fund structures can be present in just one fund. So in the case of World Income Fund, it is multi-asset and it is a feeder fund. So it is invested in a single target fund that is being managed by BlackRock, which is one of the largest asset management companies in the world. So the target fund, which is the BlackRock DHI fund, is diversified in different traditional and complementary assets. That is why it is called multi-asset. So in this fund, we can enjoy both the benefits of a feeder and multi-asset fund structure. So similar with Wave, we can get access to global investments with just a low capital requirement of 10,000 pesos. So if we opt to directly access the target fund, which is the BlackRock DHI fund, that would require us bigger capital of about $100,000, no, US dollars as a minimum initial investment. So that is something that could be quite challenging for us Filipino investors, right? But through feeder funds like World Income Fund, it makes it possible for a retail investor like me to access the BlackRock DHI fund through World Income Fund. It also provides global diversification because, again, the assets within the target fund are also global fixed income and equities. So similar with Wave, it also gives us access to IT leaders, no? The companies that I mentioned a while ago. All the Magnificent Seven stocks are also within the portfolio of the BlackRock DHI fund. Now, those are the benefits of it being a feeder fund. Now, on the benefit of being a multi-asset fund, because the strategy of the fund is to invest in a mix of fixed income and equities that can generate dividends, no? The benefit for the investor would be the potential monthly income. So World Income Fund aims to pay out monthly dividends to its investor, and it has started paying out since December and has consistently done so. The most recent one was just this April, no? So currently our investors are really enjoying the dividends from the fund. So with this structure of being a multi-asset, no, we see that this can be advantageous given the current trends in the market with heightened volatility. We're also hearing our investors, no, that they are considering income paying funds, no, so that they will still, potentially receive consistent dividends despite of what's happening in the market. And that is also why SLAMC has chosen the BlackRock DHI fund because in its history, it has not missed a single month for payout since its inception. So that's for the multi-asset fund and the World Income Fund. Now, for our next fund structure, this would be the fund of funds. So basically, in a fund of funds, it is a mutual fund that is invested in other types of funds. So I hope you are not confused with a fund of funds. No? So for better understanding, di ba kanina we are talking about an index fund. And sa portfolio ni index fund, maraming stocks or bonds, di ba? So in a fund of funds naman, ang portfolio niya ay composed of different funds. So this structure is not strict when it comes to how many funds there should be in a portfolio, and that will depend really on the strategy of the fund. So in this structure, in Sun Life, we have the World Voyager Fund. So it is a dollar-denominated pure equity fund of funds. So this fund naman is the favorite of our dollar investors in FundSmart who would like to maximize the earning potential of their dollars. So as you can see here, it is invested in different mutual funds, and these funds are being managed by renowned asset managers such as JP Morgan, BlackRock, Schroders, Franklin Templeton, and the others. But in fact, actually, there are more than 100,000 mutual funds worldwide. But from all these mutual funds, we are able to choose the best of the best funds to include in the investment universe of the World Voyager Fund through the help of our IIC office or our International Investment Center, in our headquarters in Canada. So our IIC office conducts the due diligence with these funds and accredit which funds can be considered by our Philippine investments team. So why do our dollar investors in FundSmart enjoy the benefits of the World Voyager Fund in their portfolio? So aside from the good returns of the fund, it is able to shift its portfolio focus. It's very flexible and it is not limited to one sector or geographic focus. So for instance, the fund manager would see that in Japan, maybe there's a potential, or maybe the recovery story in China is also enticing, So the fund manager can opt to add exposures into those regions or into some sectors that might perform better. So another benefit would be the broad diversification, which is in terms of fund manager, because again, it is a pool of different mutual funds, and that also reflects different strategies, in terms of sector and also geographic diversification. So all these benefits can be enjoyed with a minimum initial investment of $500. So those are the fund structures that we discussed in this portion: index fund, feeder fund, fund of funds, and multi-asset fund. Now let's go to the next portion, which is decoding fund management. And on this portion, we'll be talking about active management and passive management. So you might be hearing this when there are webinars focusing on a fund, no? They'll say this fund is actively managed or this fund is passively managed. So in an actively managed fund, the fund manager will have active calls, no, to buy, hold, and sell, no, the assets within the portfolio of the fund to try to achieve the fund objective. So of course, the decisions are made together with the investments team composed of analysts and researchers. Now, in active management, there is continuous monitoring and timely response to potential threats and also opportunities. Now, on the other hand, in passive management, the fund aims to replicate the benchmark or the index in order to match its performance. So there are no active calls from the fund manager in this fund management style. So we talked about some of the features of some Sun Life funds a while ago. And on this portion, I want you again to be engaged, no? We'll have a quick learning check. Now, I will be asking if the fund that I will show is actively managed or passively managed. So for our first fund, World Equity Index Feeder Fund or WAIF. So again, this is a feeder fund investing in a single target fund, which aims to track the performance of the MSCI ACWI. Is this actively managed or passively managed? Okay, so we're already seeing your answers and majority of you got it correct. So the correct answer is passively managed. So from the key statement, tracks the performance of the MSCI ACWI. So this fund just attempts, no, to mirror the MSCI All Country World Index. And because it is an index fund, also, it is passively managed. Now for our next fund, the Sun Life Prosperity World Voyager Fund, it is able to navigate through various geographic markets, and it is flexible to shift into sectors or region on where the fund manager sees opportunities. So is this actively managed or passively managed? All right, I'm seeing correct answers. And I'm glad to know that you're really learning, no, from our discussion, no, looking at your answers. So yes, the correct answer is actively manage, no? So from the key statement, it is flexible to shift on where the fund manager sees opportunity. So this means that the fund manager has active calls into the management of the fund. And now for my last learning check question for this portion, the World Income Fund. So it is a global multi-asset income fund investing at least 90% of its assets in a target fund managed by BlackRock. So this can be quite tricky, no? The statements can be tricky. Okay, let's take a look at your answers. Okay. Okay, so we see mix of answers. May nagsabi active, may nagsabi naman passive. So we're talking about the World Income Fund, which is managed by SLAMC. So World Income Fund is passively managed. That's the correct answer because, again, it is a feeder fund and it is investing its assets in a target fund. So dito sa statement na to, no, yung actively managed would be the target fund, which is the BlackRock DHI fund, no? Because BlackRock actively manages the portfolio of the Dynamic High Income Fund kung saan nag-feed yung World Income Fund. Okay? So the correct answer is passively managed. Now thank you for participating. No, this just proves that you are learning throughout the session. Thank you very much. Now, I hope we all retain yung energy natin towards the end of my presentation because we also have a surprise later as we end my discussion. Now, for the next part of my discussion, it would be decoding the fund fact sheets. So you might be seeing this document sa FundSmart platform natin, but you might be too overwhelmed sa dami ng information. So on this portion, I will be guiding you to how to understand the portions of the fund fact sheet and ano bang dapat natin malaman, and ano ba yung benefit ng mga information na yun sa atin. So fund fact sheets can be accessed on the funds page, when you click the fund name in FundSmart. So you just have to click this button, fact sheet, and it will lead you to this document. So these are valuable resources for investors looking to gain a comprehensive understanding of a particular fund. And of course, by familiarizing yourself with the sections here and analyzing the information provided, it can help you make informed investment decisions. And armed with this knowledge, sabi nga natin kanina, investment in knowledge pays the best interest, you can confidently align your investment choices with your financial goals. So now let's go to the first part of the fund fact sheet, which is the fund overview. So this shows the basic information about the fund, the launch date, the fund size. By the way, what I'm showing here is the fund fact sheet of WAIF, or the World Equity Index Feeder Fund. The price per share or unit, also the benchmark, the structure, ito yung mga na-discuss natin kanina, the classification, and the minimum initial investment amount with subsequent or the minimum top-up amount. There's also information about the fees, the management, transfer agency fees, the minimum holding period, early redemption fees, and other necessary information for the investor. What's also important on this portion is that we get to know the objective of the fund and to whom it is suitable for. So in this case, this fund fact sheet mentions that WAIF is suitable for investors with an aggressive risk profile and those with long-term investment horizon. So it also mentions the goal of the fund, which is to ride on the performance of the MSCI All Country World Index. So that is the fund overview portion. Now for the next one, that would be the holdings and allocation. So this is my favorite part of the fund fact sheet because this is where I really get to know the fund more because it provides insight into the fund's portfolio composition. So since WAIF is a feeder fund, what we can see on the investment mix would be the target fund, which is the SPDR MSCI ACWI. So this document says that currently the WAVE is 97% invested in the target fund. On the lower portion, we can also see the top 10 holdings of the target fund. These are the individual securities being owned by the target fund along with the respective weights. Now, I'm sure these are famous names for all of us: Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta. So for investors who would really want to have exposure to the Magnificent Seven, this just goes to show that Wave can provide you indirect access to these AI stocks. So additionally, the sector allocation also highlights how well diversified the fund is in terms of different sectors such as IT, financials, healthcare, consumer discretionary, and the others. And also on the right portion, we can see the geographical allocation. So in this type of fund, we can say that we are that it would reduce country concentration risk in our portfolio, because we can see how well diversified is the fund in terms of different countries such as US, Japan, UK, France, Canada. And the reason for such is that because, again, the benchmark of this fund is the MSCI All Country World Index. So understanding these details can help us assess the fund's investment strategy and, of course, evaluate if this is aligned with our own investment goals. Now, for the next portion of the fund fact sheet, it is the performance data. And of course, on this part, we can see how the fund performed in different periods, say 1 month, year to date, 1 year, 3 year, or 5 year. And not just the performance of the fund, but it also shows the performance of the benchmark, in this case, the MSCI ACWI, and its target fund. And for the last portion of the fund fact sheet, it would be the market review and outlook. So for the market review, this gives us the idea on why the fund has performed in that way, as shown in the performance data in the past month. What are the contributing factors into that performance? And for the market outlook, the investments, the fund manager is giving us an outlook of what might affect the future performance of the fund. Okay, so that's the last part of our topic on decoding the fund fact sheet. So I hope that moving on, now you will be have the time to scrutinize the fund fact sheets available in FundSmart for you to understand better what the fund that you are entering into, and for you to have a better appreciation. Okay, and for the last part of my presentation, it would be decoding asset allocation. So you might have heard asset allocation a lot of times, but I also always highlight this in the taking action part of the webinars I conduct, because we always encourage our clients to always diversify, consider different types of asset classes to include in your portfolio. And why? Why is such? Because asset classes perform differently during different economic cycles. So as shown here in the image on the left side of my slide, there are different asset classes that perform the best based on history on the different economic cycles. So they don't move at the same pace or at the same direction, and that is why having the right mix is important so that your portfolio can weather the different economic conditions. So if you're looking at the image on the left part of my slide, for instance, in an economic environment wherein inflation is easing and policy rates are paused, no, it is important to have bonds in your portfolio. Now, of course, the market wouldn't be stuck in that phase permanently. Syempre, we will move to the next stage, which is recovery, as you can see here. And on this stage, the best asset class may be equities. So that is why if you have asset allocation, your portfolio can weather different economic conditions, no? And the right asset allocation strategy will place your investment portfolio in a better position to help you deal with this different market dynamics. And also, we encourage everyone that you don't have to limit yourself in one type of asset class that you are matching with your risk profile. So, for instance, you are an aggressive investor, you are young, and you have all the time, no, to grow your assets. So, we hope that you don't limit yourself to just equities, no? Because you are an aggressive investor. You need to still have the proper asset allocation. Probably just put, say, more exposure in your portfolio in equities, but you also have to insert other asset classes like fixed income because that would perform a different role in your portfolio. Now, if you are a conservative investor, please don't limit yourself to just conservative assets such as bonds or just money market or cash, no? Because you would lose, no, you would lose that growth factor in your portfolio if you would just put 100% of that in conservative assets. You can inject equities and probably limit it up to, say, 10% if you're comfortable with that. But just don't limit yourself in one type of asset class. So that is how asset allocation is done. And before we proceed to our surprise for all attendees, let me just highlight again the 4 funds that I have discussed a while ago, no? In which we use this as examples in deep diving into the different fund structures. So first would be the Philippine Stock Index Fund. So just to also share with you, no, the forecast of Sun Life, no, considering also, well, despite the headwinds that we are experiencing now in the stock market, no, we saw the sell-offs of profit taking happening. Sun Life is still positive in the PSEI. And in fact, our target for the PSEI this year is to reach the level of 7,206, no? And this is close to the average broker forecast of 7,377. And this is around 10 to 11%, no, from the current PSEI levels now. And just a tip for our beginner investors out there, we should consider this sell-offs, no, itong mga correction na to be entry points for us, no, especially if we want to be invested for the long term in the stock market. Now, for the second fund, that is the World Voyager Fund. I mentioned a while ago that our investors are enjoying the returns of this fund because, as you can see, year to date, it has already returned 7.45%. And on a 1-year basis, it has returned 19.45%. So this is a dollar-denominated fund, and our investors can access this fund for $500 as initial investment. And if you are a peso earner wanting to access the global markets, you can consider the World Equity Index Feeder Fund or WAIF. with a minimum investment amount of just 10,000 pesos. And similar with World Voyager, Wave investors are definitely enjoying the benefits of the fund with a whopping 1-year return of 20.97%. So both of these funds are have the benchmark uh, of MSCI ACWI, and we're sharing here no our year-end target for MSCI ACWI is a base case of 7.50%, but actually our investments team no said that it's probable that we also show the bull case target no because we are still optimistic for MSCI ACWI, and the bull case target is 18%. So we're looking into the positive effects no of the acceleration of the earnings expectations, which are already currently happening, and earnings expectations are still are even higher for tech companies who are leveraging through AI. And for the last fund that we have featured for this evening, that's the World Income Fund, a multi-asset income paying fund, which has consistently paid out dividends since December no, to our investors. So I have noted here the gross annualized dividend yield that was received by our investors on a monthly basis. So this fund is suitable for those investors who would want to have that stream of income monthly that you can use to pay for your utility bills, groceries, or allowance for your kids, no? So the monthly payouts of the fund is something that our clients really enjoy because despite of what's happening out there in the market, the fund was able to pay out these dividends in the past 5 months. No? And this fund targets to pay out a gross annualized dividend yield of within the range of 4 to 5%. Okay, so that's our featured SLAMC fund. So for this webinar, we have already discussed fund structures. We have noted this SLAMC funds as example. We also talked about passive management and active management, and we have decoded the fund fact sheet. And now I'm down to our surprise for all. Our attendees for this webinar will be having an exclusive promo to all attendees of Decode and Conquer webinar. So this promo is invest and be rewarded, and a limited time offer that will only run until Friday. No? So para lang to sa inyo. So if you invest in a peso denominated Sun Life Prosperity Fund in FundSmart, you will be rewarded with investment credits in Peso Starter Fund. So Peso Starter Fund is our money market fund, which only has a holding period of 7 days. Okay, so if you invest 1,000 pesos to less than 25,000 pesos, you will be entitled to 100 peso worth of credits in the Peso Starter Fund. And if you are investing a minimum of 25,000, you will be rewarded with 500 peso worth of investment credits. So please take a screenshot of this slide for you to join the promo because you will be needing this no, as an evidence that you have attended this webinar. Okay, I'm giving you a few seconds to take a screenshot. So with the reward no, of 100 or 500 pesos, parang you have the instant return agad, diba, to your investment. And this will be automatically invested no, the following week in your account. So you will already see there yung magre-reflect na investment of 100 or 500 peso in Peso Starter Fund. And that has a holding period of 7 days. Now let's just, skim through the mechanics. So again, this will just run until Friday, April 19th. And this is just exclusive to all of you here in this webinar. And I have listed here all the participating peso-denominated funds of Sun Life wherein you can invest to qualify for rewards. So again, the minimum investment is 1,000 pesos. So after subscribing, you have to take a screenshot aside doon sa promo slide that I showed a while ago. You have to take a screenshot of the view instruction tab in your first Metrosec platform as proof of your transaction. So to qualify for rewards, you have to send the screenshots to this email address I'm showing here. That's events@firstmetrosec.com.ph. So you have to send the screenshot of the promo slide I flashed a while ago. Don't worry, I will be showing it again later. And the screenshot of your view instruction tab after subscribing in a participating Sun Life fund. So your account may qualify only once. Okay? So I'm flashing here again the slide that you have to take a screenshot as proof of your attendance. Okay, so for as low as 1,000 peso investment in the participating Peso Sun Life funds, you will be entitled to a reward. So please take note that the investment amounts here are required to be in a single transaction only. Okay? So please take note that this is a limited time offer and this is just exclusive to all of you. So please participate in this promo para you can have that instant return, diba? In the form of investment credits in Sun Life Peso Starter Fund. Okay, so that ends my presentation. Thank you to everyone for listening, and I'll see you again in the Q&A later. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Lercy, for sharing to us how to decode and conquer. We've gone through that very comprehensive presentation of the key things that we should be able to know in order to master mutual funds and, of course, take action. And all of those, Ms. Lercy was able to share with you all the Sun Life asset management funds available via FundSmart. Now again po, if meron po kayong mga questions regarding the presentation, feel free to ask them now. This is the time to queue them in doon sa Q&A portion ng Zoom panel natin para ready yan siya later for our live Q&A portion. Now, to give you time, no, and also before we move into that Q&A session, let's also give our guest speaker a moment, no, to drink a glass of water and take a quick breather, no, so that she'll be able to relax and up till our Q&A portion. So at this time, I'd like to take this opportunity to share a couple of things on behalf of First Metrosec. So as you can see, you can conveniently invest, no, in the many funds of Sun Life Asset Management through FundSmart, which is your one-stop shop for pooled funds in the First Metrosec platform. So I'm going to show you, no, how you can navigate conveniently through our platform. So in this part, I'm going to share my browser because I'm going to do this live. There you go. So again, you can log into our website. That's my.firstmetrosec.com.ph. Just enter your username and password and then click login. And you'll be able to see this page already. Let me check that. All right. Then after you close the announcements, you can head here to the top right portion where you can click funds. Now, this will have many contents with it. But for you to be able to find the Sun Life Asset Management funds available, click here on the left side, FundSmart. Then after that, you filter the funds available. Let's say we're just going to focus on Philippine peso denominated funds, and those by Sun Life Asset Management. So you just click here, Sun Life Asset Management, and we'll be able to see here all the funds available. So as you can see, there are 8 peso denominated funds of Sun Life available through the First Metro Securities platform. Now, as you might have seen, these are quite familiar, like the Sun Life Prosperity Stock Index Fund, the World Equity Index Feeder Fund, and also the Sun Life Prosperity World Income Fund. And you can actually compare and contrast each of these funds that would fit to your specific investor na mga needs. And you can even check their fund sizes or even their fund performance. There you go. So you can see here the top performing on a yearly basis. For example, year to date, you can see here the top performing fund is Sun Life Prosperity World Equity Index Feeder Fund, already up by 7.88%. And you can also see here the respective fee structure, which I personally recommend that you check out, because you can see here how much is the minimum investment, how long is the minimum holding period, how much are the management fees, and of course, if you're going to redeem before the minimum holding period, the early redemption fee. Now, talking about redemption, you can also see here the timing. Now, when you plan to redeem your shares, then you can see here how many days it would take before it would be credited to your First Metrosec account. All right. So, for example, after scanning all through the Sun Life asset management funds available through FundSmart, we can use one as an example. For example, let's use Sun Life Prosperity World Income Fund. When we click on that fund, it will redirect us to the fund profile. All right. Now, when you look at the fund profile, you'll all see the pertinent details here for a while. I already see some of you already putting in your questions, so that's really good. For a while, still loading. All right, let's do that again. There you go. So when you click on that specific fund, you'll see the fund profile. So all the pertinent details you can see here, from the minimum investment required, from the management fee, even their performance over 1, 3, or 5-year period. So as you can see here, this fund is already up year to date. You can also see here the top holdings and the fund allocation. These are things that Ms. Lercy was able to discuss as well during her presentation. Now, yung sinasabi niya kanina na fact sheet, you can actually click that here. You can see the fact sheet here. When you click on that, let me share that screen. There will be a pop-out, and you will see here the fact sheet. And this is what Ms. Lercy was sharing a while ago. So, yeah. So that's how you can actually see the information about the specific fund. So if you'd like to subscribe to those funds, you can just click the subscribe button here at the top right corner. So when you click on subscribe, it will redirect you to the instructions page. Like, you enter the fund that you like to invest in, you put in the amount. Let's say you'd like to invest 50K, then click subscribe here at the right side. Then you just enter your password to confirm your order. Now, tying this into the promo, after you subscribe successfully, we need you to take a screenshot of this view instructions portion so that we will see that you actually subscribe to that fund. Okay, that's part of our verification process. All right. So I highly recommend you avail of that promo because it's an instant win, because you already have parang additional na credits if you're going to avail of the promo. All right. So with that, let me go back to my presentation. So I hope I was able to help you run through how to navigate the FundSmart platform, at the same time find where Sun Life Asset Management funds are located. Now, you can actually open an account by downloading the First Metrosec Go mobile app for those of you who are interested to start their investing journey through First Metrosec. You can just download the First Metrosec Go mobile app using the Google Play or Apple App Store and just click sign up now. All you need to do is just complete the online registration and upload the required documents. And here are the basic requirements. You need one valid ID, tax identification number, proof of address, proof of bank account, and an initial funding of 1,000 pesos only. Now, for faster processing of your account opening application, please use the seminar code SLAMCI. That's SLAMCI. So we will know that you came from this webinar. Now, with your first Metrosec account, you can actually now trade stocks, real estate investment trust, invest in mutual funds such as the mutual funds of Sun Life Asset Management, unit investment trust funds, and bonds. Now, with First Metrosec, you can invest in PSE stocks anytime, anywhere, using our online platform or trade on the go using our mobile app. And we're actually doing pretty well. Through the years, we were awarded to be Philippines' best online broker, best stock brokerage house, best and most innovative online trading platform, among others. And we are very humbled to be named as the best online broker and best online trading platform for 2023. And this has been the sixth year in a row that we've won these amazing titles. But more importantly, we're very grateful to the Bureau of the Treasury for recognizing the contribution of First Metrosec to their pursuit of strengthening financial literacy and inclusion to Filipinos around the globe. Again, our primary purpose is to really educate you and guide you through your investment journey. Now, you can invite us for a free and exclusive tailor-made gamified learning programs and or briefings for your company, school, organization, or clients. Now, so if you'd like us to bring along with us also Sun Life Asset Management to that presentation, please let us know and specify in your request so that we can invite as well Miss Lercy and Miss Angel to that event. So just send us an email at marketeducation@firstmetrosec.com.ph, or you can send me an email directly. That's jbillones@firstmetrosec.com.ph. Now, don't worry, guys. We can deliver these services nationwide. We have offices in Manila, Cebu, and Davao. And of course, in this digital world, feel free to connect with us. Our main website is www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. In social media channels, just search for the handle @First Metrosec. Now, we made this more simpler for you. You can just simply scan that QR code because that will redirect you to Linktree, where you can see all our social media channels and contact details. Now, with that, let me call back to the floor Miss Lercy Cuenca for the live Q&A. All right. Hi, Miss Lercy. Welcome back.
Hello, JP.
All right. So I guess we have here questions that were logged by our attendees. So here we have a question from Denise. Now, is my understanding correct? Feeder fund is basically the counterpart of index fund. Yeah. Maybe we can clarify that, Miss Lercy.
Okay. Thank you, Denise, for that question. So to answer that, it is feeder fund is not the counterpart of an index fund. So index fund, no, the portfolio of an index fund is composed of different stocks or different bonds, and it's aiming to mirror the performance of its benchmark index, whereas feeder fund is just invested in a single target fund. So index funds can be local or global, no? In the case of the target fund of WAVE, yung Spider MSCI All Country World Index Fund, it is a global index fund because the benchmark index is the MSCI All Country World Index. So Denise might have confused, no, na baka yung feeder fund is the global version of an index fund. Thank you for that question.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying that as well, Miss Lercy. No? So, yeah. So thank you for that question, Denise, as well. Now we have here another question from Ray San. No? So he is asking how to compute dividend in SLP WIF.
Okay, so thank you for your interest in our most recently launched fund, the World Income Fund. So for you to know your dividends, actually, first Metrosec would have regular announcements. No, that's on a monthly basis. It's via email and also in bulletins. No, informing our clients about the dividends they are entitled to receive, no? How much per unit that you hold. So for you to compute your dividends, you just have to multiply the number of units that you hold in WIF, no, and multiply that by the dividend per unit.
Yeah, thank you for that, Miss Lucy. And if I may add po, you can actually check the fun fact sheet because what if updated yung na-upload na fact sheet, you can
Yes.
see there
Mhm.
the dividends that were paid out for that specific month.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah. Here's another question. I see some people directing the questions via chat. We have
Mhm.
here from Sir Cesar. Does WEIF WAVE provide dividend payout?
No, the World Equity Index Feeder Fund has a different fund objective. It is to provide capital appreciation by investing in a fund that aims to track the performance of the global equities market. So if this client is looking for a dividend paying fund, he might want to look at the World Income Fund in FundSmart.
Thank you for that, Ms. Lercino, for clarifying that. Yeah. And yeah, if I may add as well to our attendees, no, I think it's also good to for you to consider, no, baka kasi yung ano natin, we will have a home, we call this the home country bias, no, na parang naka-invest lang tayo dito sa domestic natin ng mga stocks, bonds, or REITs, 'di ba? But there are also opportunities outside of our home country, no? So I think it's good to consider as well to diversify beyond
Mhm.
the home country. So kaya that's one of
Correct.
the possible investment solution, which is the
Mhm.
World Equity Index Fund.
Yes.
So ano lang, tidbit lang for our
Mhm.
attendees.
Thanks,
Thank you, Ms.
JP.
Lercy. All right, here we have another question from Denise, no? How to identify which funds have dividends? Parang gusto nila yung mga may dividend paying na
Yes.
mga funds.
And that is actually the trend that we also see with our clients, JP, no? Maybe because of the heightened volatility and uncertainty there in the market. Sabi ko nga kanina, our clients are enjoying being able to receive dividends on a monthly basis, no? Kahit ano yung nangyayari sa market ngayon because that is the aim of the fund. So addressing that question, that is usually indicated in the fund fact sheets, no, in FundSmart. So as I mentioned on the fund overview portion, you will see there if the objective of the fund is to pay out income or pay out dividends to its clients. So you always have to scan through the fund fact sheet, no, in order for you to know if yung fund objective ba is aligned with what you prefer, which is a dividend paying fund.
Thank you for that, Miss Lercy. Now, here's another question. No, balik tayo dun sa chat box because some people
Mhm.
have directly messaged as well. Uh, this attendee, no, si Sir Nat is asking, these funds that you have been mentioning throughout the webinar, are they also called UITF? Maybe we can clarify this, Miss Lercy.
Okay, JP. Thanks for that question, Nat. UITFs. Oh, sorry. For the first question, are they also called UITF? So these funds that we have shown here are actually mutual funds. So mutual funds and UITFs are both collective investment schemes. These are pooled funds. No, we pool the money. Similar with UITFs, we pool the money of the investors and invest it in the fund, no? But then they differ. in terms of their regulator. So mutual funds are being regulated by the SEC, while UITFs are being regulated by the BSP. So this all these funds that we mentioned and we featured a while ago, these are all mutual funds.
Yeah, thank you for clarifying that, Mr. C, no? So to
Mhm.
add lang, in essence, they are similar lang naman, no? Parang yung difference lang talaga doon is uh, mutual funds are owned by private corporations, whereas
Mhm.
UITFs are usually through banks yan, kaya BSP regulated
Mhm.
siya. So either way, no? Whether you're, maybe you're exploring, baka mas hiyang si Sir Nath on UITFs, mas familiar siya doon. Either ways or not, no, you can even find UITF na options through our platform.
Yes.
At yun, mutual funds na mga nila Sun Life Asset Management, as I've shown you a while ago, that's how you find them as well. So, thank you for that insightful question, Sir. Now, here's another question from anonymous attendee. Is it also possible to check the charts of the funds with real-time values? I think I'll take this, Miss Lucy.
Mhm.
Yeah. So to answer your question directly, yes, no. And I think that's one of the advantages if you're going to see it via your first Metrosec platform, because you can actually see here, no. For example, research tayo. Yeah, so for example, you look at a single fund, let's say Sun Life Prosperity World Income Fund. When you click that, you can see here the NAV chart. All right. So you can see here the performance 1 year, 3 year, 5 year. So I guess, yeah. So talking about real-time values, yung funds naman every end of day lang yan sila. It's not like your stocks na actively traded, prices change all throughout the day, no. Isahan lang sila. So this is how you check the charts of the funds with real-time, So ito siya, real-time siya in a sense na every end of day. So that's why you see each point dito, isang point, isang araw. All right. So for a while. Ayan. If you can check, by the way, sa classic platform namin, I think merong chart doon that you can compare yung mga different funds. But I don't see it here sa new platform namin. But yun, yung NAV na history will do. And here's another question from Ma'am Cheryl. Regarding World Income Fund, you said it is a dividend-paying fund. How does the dividend is credited? So I think
Okay.
I'll say, go ahead, Miss Lucy.
All right. So the dividends are paid in cash to our investors. So if you have a First Metrosec account, it would be credited to your buying power on the payout date of the fund. So that is why a while ago I mentioned that our investors enjoy the dividends for their monthly expenses. We have clients using it for their utility bills, for groceries, for allowance for their kids because it is paid in cash.
Yeah. And yun, you will see that in your first Metrosec na buying power, it will just be
Mhm.
credited there. So yeah. By the way, plug ko na rin din. For example, you receive the dividends from your World Income Fund, tapos hindi nyo pagagamitin yung pera. Ang general recommendation ko talaga is, because I see this from my clients that I deal with usually, no, na meron silang naka-cash na position sa portfolio nila. If you were to ask me, no, you can consider to put half of that in a money market fund. Sila Sun Life, they have a money market fund as well.
Yes.
Para kumita yung pera nyo, no? Again, this is if you're not going to deploy it pa, no? So for me, it's na kasi pag naka-cash lang yan siya, hindi yan you're not earning. So kung
Yes.
may stale cash kayo sa First Metrosec portfolio ninyo, consider putting it in money market. Marami sa platform namin, but you can consider Sun Life Asset Management na money market.
Yes,
So
great tip, JP, reinvesting the dividends that you receive from World Income Fund.
yeah. And best yung stale cash. No? Sayang guys. Ay kasi when I review the portfolio of my clients, may mga ganun. Tapos syempre sayang 'di ba? Make it earn kesa dead cash siya.
Agree.
All right. So let's see if there are more questions. Yeah, I think that's it for this session. No more question. Last call, guys, before we end the session. I think this was a really insightful na session. Been a long time din since I hosted Slapsy. All right, I guess there's no more question. Ayan, last. What is the best fund in your opinion to invest in from an anonymous attendee? Go ahead, Miss Lercy.
Okay, so actually, what might work to me, no, might not work for the others because when it comes to investment, JP, alam naman natin, di ba, it's not a one size fits all. So any other, as with any investment decision, for you to know what's the best fund for you have to understand first ano ba yung gusto mo ma-achieve, and then identify the best strategy for you to get there. So for instance, from all the funds that we have discussed a while ago, say your goal is to dip your toes in the stock market. Say you are just a new investor and you would want to experience riding on the performance of the TSEI, pero takot ka pa, no, to directly trade. Maybe the best fund for you would be the Philippine Stock Index Fund. Now, if you are already an experienced investor and you now want to explore global opportunities, maybe the best fund for you would be a global fund like World Equity Index Feeder Fund or the World Income Fund. So the best fund would really be depending on your investor profile, your current situation, and your goal.
Yeah, thank you for that, Miss Lercy. And if I am to add lang, no, it really depends talaga. I think yung mga easy for you to identify, number one, you need to take the risk assessment na or suitability assessment na questions for you to know ano yung risk tolerance mo. Kasi no matter, for example, how you find the equity markets to be attractive, no, kasi historically best performing siya, but you can only experience that earnings over a long time period. So it through time it goes ups and down. Baka you're not the type of investor na gusto ng ganun, then that might not be for you, no.
Mhm.
So ano na lang siguro, no, naka-anonymous attendee. But sir, if you need guidance, no, for yung if you need help yung ano yung magandang fund na sa'yo, there's many questions to ask kasi in between. But I'll drop by. I'll put my email na lang here sa Zoom, sir, for a while. Email me, sir, so you can we can arrange a meeting, no, for a while. Whoever asked the question na best fund to invest in, ano na lang, please email me so we can set up a meeting para I can guide you, no? So ano yung magandang funds na pwede mong for your specific needs. Kasi ang dami talagang questions no? Before we are able to recommend funds for you. All right, last call for questions. Ayan, I guess there are none already, no? So thank you so much, no, to the 18 attendees who stayed throughout the session. And before we end the session, maybe I can ask Miss Lercy for her last few words, no, before we end to our attendees. Go ahead, Miss Lercy.
Thank you, JP. Thank you to First Petrosec, and of course to all our attendees. Thank you for dedicating your evening for this informative session. I hope that now you have more appreciation of what FundSmart can offer and how funds can be beneficial to your portfolio. So I hope that with that knowledge that you gained, no, you will be able to take action. No, as I can see, there are a lot of questions about the funds. And with that knowledge, you can make informed decisions. So don't forget our limited time offer that will be just until Friday. no, JP? And again, thank you everyone and have a great night.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Miss Lucy. Have a pleasant night ahead po. Bye-bye.
Bye.